don't think my audio has been coming through. Can you hear me now? Is that now working? I didn't see any comments to say that they were struggling. I saw I think a heart tag. So hopefully you're now hearing me, and yeah, apologies because I've just waffled on for ages about everything all and sundry, and I don't think the recording audio's come through, so apologies for that, folks. I'll put a timestamp below afterwards, letting people know that this is the point you can hear what's going on. So yeah, welcome to the audio version of this stream as it continues now. Oops. Wonders of trying out new technology and learning as you go. Okay. Alright, so we've got then, so Winter Soldier has moved and opened a door, so that's 2 actions. He has 1 action left, so he doesn't have any ranged attack, so he's not going to be able to fire into the room as Wasp did. So if these guys activate, they're going to move into his zone. Okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. So we're going to show you now how heroic traits work. So you don't have to be in a room to enact a heroic trait, search for a heroic trait, or acquire a heroic trait, or build yourself up, or however that works. So instead, then you can just search that. Unfortunately, in this case, we've actually been ambushed. Fantastic, love it. So you can see, unlike searching for items in Undead or Alive, these heroic traits are not always good. So spawn 1 walker in your zone, then draw another trait card. So at least we get something still. Let's have a look. Hopefully it's better than that one. Okay, there we go. So we've got Guardian. So discard when enemies move into a zone within range. So within range 2, containing a bystander or superhero, move into that zone, ignoring enemies. So that's quite nice. So Guardians, you get 2. So the Winter Soldier has picked up that trait. So I'm just going to pop that next to him there. Okay. So that's a 1 and done. So when something moves, maybe we'll get a chance to rescue someone. We will see. Okay, we need to take out these walkers. So Winter Soldier has finished his activation, and we are now moving on to Spider-Man. So Spider-Man, in fact, let's have a look at Spider-Man. So once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to move 1 bystander or 1 superhero from an adjacent zone into your zone, but it is only 1 bystander, 1 superhero. Otherwise, I think what I would do is spend a power to whip back Wasp and Winter Soldier out of that zone. That's not an option. And unfortunately, the only hero that I currently have that has ranged attack is Wasp. So we don't have a facility at the moment other than walking into these zones with zombies to try and attack them. Which ain't great, folks, ain't great. Okay, so I think this is the immediate threat then, is this walker that's appeared, that we got ambushed with. So I think at that stage then, let's start off with doing a heroic trait search. So we have Courageous, discard during your turn, and spend any amount of power, heal the same amount of your wounds. Okay, so nice, but not particularly useful at this stage in the game. Therefore, let's move. So that's our second action, and we'll do an attack. So our attack then for Spidey is rolling 3 dice, and we hit on a 4+, and we're going to try and take out this walker here, which we have done. So we've got 6, 3, and 5. So that walker is dust, and that gives us 1 XP. And that's it for Spider-Man, so he's done. And now we're on to Black Panther. So Black Panther's abilities then. So again, oh no, I've lost my tracker. So Black Panther's abilities then. So he can do an attack in his own zone, rolling 2 dice, hitting on a 3+. And his hard slash ability with his vibranium claws. Before attacking with the vibranium claws, you may spend 1 power to have enemies suffer -1 toughness to a minimum of 1 and may re-roll any dice. So that's particularly useful. It's just out of reach. Okay, I'll leave that for now. Okay, so we've freed up what's in that area. Do I want to? Okay, let's do a heroic search. So inspirational. Discard during your turn and spend 1 power. Another superhero within range 1 may immediately perform 1 free action. Oh, folks, that could be really useful. Let's play that. This is where it gets a bit tricky, but let's play that on Wasp. So that gets discarded, and Wasp can now turn around, because she's in this one zone here, and attack the 2 walkers now in this immediate room. So she's rolling 2 dice, hitting on a 3+. Okay, so if we get 2 hits on a 3+, then we're quids in, yeah? Oh, okay, so... Oh, I didn't get any hits. Oh, that was atrocious. Okay. Boo. So just to point out as well, folks, so when we get the full Marvel Zombies through, the idea of these bites being a 1 is if you are playing as the zombie superheroes trying to devour everything, at the point when you roll this, your power goes up. Or in fact, it's your hunger rather than power. And as is true in the original comics, at the point when you reached maximum hunger, you would just go ballistic and be absolutely hellbent on devouring everything, and you can't see sense. You get overtaken by kind of the red mist. You absolutely have to eat, which I think is, again, it's just a fantastic mechanic in the game, true to the original comics back in the day from the Marvels series. So yeah, absolutely loving this. Anyway, okay, so that was Black Panther's second action. So for his third action, then let's at least move him in his home zone with everyone else, and he's there. So everyone has activated, so that's us all done. So we'll flip all of those over. And we are now on zombies. So zombies will activate. So these walkers will move into this zone here. So we do not want to get a extra walker activation. These zombies will walk into this zone here. Okay. For Agent Carter. In fact, let me just double check. Spawn enemies, bystanders. So I'm fairly sure that I saw, yeah, activate enemies, activate bystanders is the last thing we do. Okay, so they would attack anything, which there's nothing to attack, then they move. Okay, so these also move 1, and Doctor Strange does not have a ranged attack. Iron Man does, but he's not currently in line of sight. So we don't do shooting round corners. So we are safe-ish. Now we spawn. So spawn zone 1 gets us 2 brutes. Okay, let's get the big guys out. So we have 2 brutes over here. I haven't opened this door, thankfully, so Wong is safe. And then we also get 1 more brute up here in the other spawn zone. So put that out. So whilst in line of sight, not an immediate threat. So that's all good. So now we move on the first player token. We flip over all of our activation trackers. And we're done. So Winter Soldier is up next. He has the Guardian ability. So if you remember the Guardian ability, discard when enemies move into a zone within range 2, containing a bystander or superhero, move into that zone, ignoring enemies. Can I have used that when these guys moved into Agent Carter's zone? Maybe. maybe, do you know what? I'm going to use it, see if we can try and rescue Agent Carter. Okay, so it's him up first, so this could be a do or die. Let's give it a go. So Winter Soldier then is going to be trying to rescue Agent Carter by taking out these 4 walkers. And let's have a look and see what we roll. Ooh, 6 of the 3, so hits on a 3+, beautiful. So that's 2 of those 4 walkers are gone, so that's 2 experience. And second attack, excellent. The next 2 are gone, so that's those 2 walkers, another 4 XP, and we also acquire a bystander. So he now has, we can get rid of that, he now has Agent Carter as part of his entourage. So Sharon Carter, then after performing a ranged attack, you may spend 1 power to reroll any misses. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have a ranged attack. The only person with ranged attack is the Wasp. So maybe that's something we'll do later on, is swap her. But for now, we don't need to worry about it. Okay, so that is that area cleared. We are now moving on to Spidey. So Spider-Man. Okay, so rolling 3 dice, hitting on a 4+. Let's see if we can start by taking out these walkers. So we've got 2 walkers in our central zone where all the heroes are currently based. So 3 dice hitting on a 4+. And we have 1 hit. Okay, so that's 1 more XP. And I'm going to try and attack again. Oh, miss. And third attack. Hits. Okay, so at least he's cleared the zone for everyone else. Ooh, do you know what, folks? That I can't do that because I forgot Doctor Strange's rule. When Doctor Strange activated, he didn't move there. He would have moved into here, which means Doctor Strange, who we now need to attack. So Spider-Man has to attack Doctor Strange. That is the order of target priority. The only one who can ignore that is Wasp. So Doctor Strange is now in our area because that was the ability on his card. He has a toughness of 3, so that's what we need to take out. Okay, so Spidey, we are rolling. So hitting on a 4+, and he has to score 3 hits. Oh, I'll tell you something else I didn't do was put the power up on each of my superheroes. So that should have been the first thing I did at the beginning of his turn. And he has got this to heal wounds, which isn't particularly useful. So he's going to roll 3. He'll roll 5 dice. He'll roll 5 dice, and he needs to score 3 hits on a 4+ in order to take out Doctor Strange. That's the game, folks. Woo. Okay, so he's going to spend all his power. And oh, excellent. 4 hits. Doctor Strange is no more. Fantastic. So he is gone. So Doctor Strange is taken out. So he'll go back to the bottom of the Abomination pack. So we may well yet see him rise again, because of course he's a zombie. Can't kill these things. You just knock them down and hopefully run away before they come back around again. Okay, so Doctor Strange is gone. So that was the first attack. So that was a very, very good use of those extra 2 power. And then I will try and take out these walkers. So we have 1 hit. So that's 1 of them gone. And then we have 1 more hit. So that's the other one gone. So we cleared that zone. Well done, Spidey. Great work. Now it does mean that Spidey scored 3... 1, 2. Okay, so he scored the 2 for the walkers, which I hadn't taken off, and then he scores 3 for Doctor Strange. So he is now on 6. So he's at the peak of his blue zone, and that's him done for the turn. Okay, so now we are moving on to Black Panther. So we are in a clear zone. So we can do whatever we like now. We've got a couple of zombies out on the board that we know we're going to have to take care of. We know we're going to have to take care of Iron Man. Now, Iron Man is tough, folks. If you remember, Iron Man has got 4 toughness. Yeah, so he's proper tough to try and get rid of. I'm wondering, is it worth... It's not really worth him charging in. Okay. So I think one of the things that... 1, 2, spend 1, gain 1. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do then with Black Panther is I'm going to spend 1 action to power up. Now what that means is he can spend 1 action to gain 2 power, so that puts him on 4, which is maximum power. And then he can attack. He's going to have to move. Oh, I don't want to move. He's going to get attacked if he does that. Oh, no, I'm going to take that back. Okay, I'm not going to power up. Right, so let's do a search for heroic feat. So inspirational, discard during your turn and spend 1 power. Another superhero within range 1 may immediately perform a free action. Okay, let's do that. So let's discard that and spend a power. So it doesn't count as an action because we're just discarding it. And then we're going to get Wasp to attack this brute. So she can do range 0 to 1, and she's rolling 2 dice, hits on a 3+. Come on! Yes! Excellent. So she takes out that brute. Okay, so back to Panther. So he did his search, discarded that. So he's got 2 actions left. So okay, that's fine. He can't attack, so I think he's now going to do his power up to gain that, and then he'll do another search, which is in this time tactical. So discard during your turn and spend 1 power. Select 1 zone within range 2. All enemies in that zone action activate and attempt to move towards you. Okay, so it's a way of trying to taunt, in essence, to attract the villains, the enemies towards you. Okay. Select. Attempt to move towards you. So they could. So it could draw Iron Man. But I think that's fine. Okay, so we're done. We're done with Black Panther. We're now over to the Wasp. So Wasp is going to activate, and she can do a ranged attack. Is it worth her trying to move and attack? Not with a toughness of 4, I suspect. Okay, so she is also going to do a heroic trait search. So she gets dash. So discard when moving. Spend any amount of power to move that many additional zones. So that's certainly helpful. Certainly helpful. Okay. Is it helpful right now is the question. Probably not. Not so helpful. I mean, she could do... Yeah, she could dash in, but she's only rolling 2 dice. She needs to get 4 hits in one go. Oh, to take out Iron Man. That is rough, people. That's rough. Is it worth her going and rescuing 1? Or even going and getting that objective? Although everything would ramp up, but so she did a search, which means she could now do a move and then spend 1 power to discard dash to move again and claim this objective, giving her 5 experience, which puts us into the yellow zone, which means she gets an extra action as well, which means she will then... does she want to search? Does she want to... Let's do a search. So tactical discard to draw enemies to you. So we've seen that one before. Okay, so that's it. She is done. So we will move the first player marker over to this side now. So this is for Spider-Man. He's the first player going into next round. And we are now on to zombies. So zombies will activate. So we've got 2 brutes over here and we have Iron Man here. And now we are spawning for this zone. And we are now in amber. So let's have a look then. So we've got 2 brutes come down here. So 2 more big guys. I mean, hopefully we're moving away from these guys, and they're fairly ponderous. So that's good. Fairly slow. All walkers activate. Thankfully, we don't actually have any walkers. Bystander in danger. Spawn 1 bystander, then activate all walkers within range 1. Okay. So we do get an extra bystander. Let's see who we get. We get Pepper Potts. Nice. Okay, so Pepper Potts is now in the zone with Iron Man. That's not great. Very thematic, but not great. So she's turned up trying to convince Tony to not consume the heroes. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to draw a heroic trait. Okay, so we've got an extra bystander available to rescue. Now, what I didn't mention, folks, is if in the event of a bystander being devoured by an enemy, I believe everyone loses, I think it's just 1 power, or that may be all power, but I think it's just the 1 power. Everyone loses 1 power, so it basically represents the heroes being massively demotivated. They're losing their mojo, as it were. Okay, so we are back to our heroes. So we have Spider-Man up first. So he can now do his thwip. So we remember we need to do gain 1 power for all the heroes. So we'll just rattle through and do that. So everyone's power back up. Okay, so once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to move 1 bystander or 1 superhero from an adjacent zone into your zone. So that's fantastic. Let's do that. So Spider-Man will spend his 1 power and thwip. He's going to rescue Pepper Potts from Iron Man's clutches as he's trying to devour her. And he will then also spend an additional action to get her on board. Fantastic. Well done, Spidey. Okay, so he now has Pepper Potts in his entourage. Once per turn, you may spend a power to draw an heroic trait. So he's going to spend his final action then powering up 2. So at least he's prepared for next turn. So he has done activating. Doesn't need to worry about healing. But Iron Man will attack this round unless we could do something about that. So, Black Panther is the ideal superhero to try and take out. So if you remember, before attacking with Vibranium Claws, you may spend 1 power to have an enemy suffer -1 toughness to a minimum of 1 and may re-roll any dice. So let's do that. Let's do a move for 1 action. Let's spend a power to activate his Vibranium... his Vibranium Claws. His hard slash, sorry. So that's his power here. So we're now needing to get 3 toughness. And then we're going to spend all of our power. So we're spending 3 power. So we're rolling 5 dice, hitting on a 3+. So that's the gimmick, guys. 5 dice on a 3+. We need to hit 3 times to take out Iron Man. 3+, we've got it. 3 hits. Excellent. So Iron Man is taken out. Excellent. And he does gain the 4. The 4 toughness is how many experience he gains as a result of taking out Iron Man. So that's excellent. So he is off the bat with 4 XP. And that's his activation. Now, unfortunately, it does put him in a spawn zone, but that is what it is. Okay, so he is activated. We are now over to Wasp. So Wasp will do... what do we need to do? So we need to get in here and rescue this other... so Winter Soldier can rescue that on his way back out. So that's good. We need to get to this exit. I mean, we don't need to rescue Wong, bless him. You know, we can just leave him there. That's a bit rude, isn't it? But otherwise, it's an extra 2 actions, half a turn, and these brutes are coming closer and closer into play. Am I that bothered about rescuing Wong? Really, 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 really. Well, she has got an extra action, so let's do it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So she didn't make it out of the building, but she has rescued Wong. So we're doing well. We got 3 out of 4. Sorry, 3 out of 2 bystanders have been rescued. So I think that's pretty darn impressive. So she has activated. So that's good. And then we are finally on to Winter Soldier. So Winter Soldier is over here. So he will move 1, claim this objective to push himself up 9. So he's in the yellow zone now. Give him an extra action. So move and claim, and he's got 2 actions left. So he will move up here into this spawn zone with Black Panther because there's nothing more he can do. And that is it for our turn, folks. So we are now back on to the zombies' turn. So they'll do 1 and 1 to activate. And now we are spawning. So we have... what do we have? We have 4 walkers spawning in zone number 1. So let's grab those. 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4. Okay, so we've got 4 walkers. And as always, this is how you see then the game ramping up. And we have another 4 walkers, but it's a walker rush. So they spawn and activate. Uh-oh, that's not good, folks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be 4 hits on our heroes. Because we have heroes in their zone. So that will be Black Panther and Winter Soldier taking those hits. So let's come down here then. So Winter Soldier has 4 and Black Panther has lost his tracker. No, I can't reach. There we go. Ah, here it is. Okay. Okay. Come on. Right, so they are all going to be down to 1 hit point. They are both of those. Winter Soldier and Black Panther are on the brink of death now. So that's not great. So we definitely want to try and avoid them dying. And I think I've moved the table. Apologies, folks. There we go. It's better. Okay. Right. So. Did I move this on? I don't think I moved this on. So it'll be Black Panther activated next. Okay, so that is it. That's the spawning done. So we've done quite well, folks. I think we're doing well for our introductory mission. Okay, so what have we got next? So we are over to Black Panther. He can't do any sort of healing or anything like that. Has got 4 enemies in his zone. So let's do, everyone gains a power at the start of their turn. So So I'll activate those. Okay. So let's have a look then. Is it worth him trying to get an additional heroic feat? I suspect probably, possibly not. Oh, decisions, folks. It's always the way of these games. They're so cool. Right, so we need to fight our way out of here and then get to that exit. That's it, folks. That's what we need to do now. So with his attacking, there's no point using his special ability. He's not in the yellow zone as of yet, but could go into the yellow zone this turn. So let's have a look then. So we're rolling 2 dice, hitting on a 3+. Let's roll for it. Taking out walkers. Oof, 1 walker down. Okay. Take the box. Okay, so 1 walker's gone. So we'll put that up and puts him on 5 XP. Okay, and 2 more walkers. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that gives him an extra action. And we have hitting on 3+. Yep, the last walker. And then he will move. There we go. Excellent. So he's now out of that spawn zone, and we are back over to Wasp. So Wasp definitely needs to hot-foot it now. So 1, 2, 3. Let's go with that. And we are heading towards the exit now, folks. Apologies. So Wasp was in here. 1, 2. Sorry, yes, 1, 2, and 3. So she's now here, accompanying Black Panther on the way out of town. Okay, so we are then on to Winter Soldier. So there's nothing for Winter Soldier to clean up. So that was all done. So Winter Soldier could do 1, 2, and escape. So Winter Soldier is out of the game. So he's free. Okay, and then we are over to Spidey. 1, 2, 3, and also out of the game. Excellent. So we've got 2 heroes left. Is that what I want to do? Do I want to leave them on there just in case, depending on what appears behind them? That's probably wise. Okay, so we are back to zombies activating. So we've got 2 brutes, 4 walkers, and let's see what we spawn. So spawn zone 1, we have zombie hero. All zombie heroes activate, and thankfully we have none. So we got away with that, folks. We got away with it. Okay, and then spawn zone number 2, we have a zombie hero. There they are. I'm glad it activated that way around. Okay, so who do we have? We have Captain America coming into the fray. So he has 3 toughness, and when his zone is attacked, roll 1 die for each successful hit on a 5+, cancel that hit. So he has, of course, his shield protecting him. So that's how that operates, folks. Okay, so Captain America is entering the fray. Let's have a look then. So he is here in hot pursuit of our heroes as they are trying to escape. I love this. I just love the theme. Just always feel like a genuine thematic story as you just rattle your way through it. It's just fantastic. Love it. Okay, so the first player marker moved and is now over with Wasp. We've done a full circle, so we are now on round 5 of this introductory mission. Now, we don't have to take out the superhero, the villains, the zombies, anything like that. If you remember, the mission objectives here was to claim the objectives, which we've done. Here we go. So, objectives: search and secure. Accomplish these objectives in any order. Take all objectives, rescue 1 bystander, and then escape with all superheroes. So long as there's not a bad guy here, we can escape. So everyone now. So Wasp 1 and escape Black Panther 1, Winter Soldier would escape, Spider-Man and Black Panther escape, and that is it, folks. That is everything. So that is the very, very basic introductory mission, getting you used to the new rules. I hope you've enjoyed that. I absolutely love this game. I just think it's fantastically thematic. You know from previous videos that I've shared, I'm an absolute sucker for Marvel, and I think Zombicide as a mechanic, as a game, just works so well, and I am utterly thrilled and excited, and yeah, just overly enthused, I guess, for Marvel Zombies. I think they've done a fantastic job on this. I love the fact that Disney Marvel reached out to Simon, and they've made this product and obviously the bigger product that is coming. I'm ridiculously excited, folks, and I just, mate, I'm almost been crying. Even just talking about it is how excited I am. Just so emotionally engaged. Love this game. Yeah, just crazy, because it just playing through. And I remember seeing Jesse on Quackalope, I think reflecting the same. You know, just playing through this in his mind, the story is going all the time. You know, and that is absolutely what I get as I'm playing through the game. You know, as Captain America turns up, as the heroes are just hot-footing it out, having rescued the heroes, particularly Sharon Carter. You know, that associated bystander with Captain America. Suddenly, the hero Captain America turns up, and he's sort of just ravenously reaching out, trying to pull back Sharon Carter from the clenches of the heroes as they're trying to hot-foot it out of town. I just love it. Absolutely love it. When Pepper Potts turned up as the bystander with Iron Man, it's fantastic. Oh, love this game. Fantastic, super easy, brilliant fun, dead easy to get anyone into. You know, it's an absolute hoot. It's what many people refer to as a beer and pretzels game, and yeah, and it's cooperative. You're all playing together to try and overcome the game on what it's randomly throwing up against you. And yeah, I love it. It's fantastic, great fun. I hope you enjoyed this. It's my first live stream. Hopefully it kind of worked okay. Apologies for the first half of the game where I just didn't have any audio, so apologies for that. Wonders of working out new technology. One of the things I want to get is just a setup so I can sort of see comments, and yeah, hopefully you'll join me in future, and I'll try and forward post what's happening, what's coming. And yeah, so this was in place today of playing through the next mission in Zombicide Undead or Alive. We'll resume that service, and then also I'll try and get a game to the table, see how Heroes Resistance fares against Galactus when I finish painting him up. I am doing a video putting it all together as I paint Galactus, so hopefully you'll see that at some point soon on the channel as well. I appreciate I've not been posting any videos on painting for a while now, just because I've been trying to work through Galactus. He's such a beast. Yeah, but yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed that. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching this live stream and stuck around to the audio kicked in. Anyway, thanks very much as always for watching. Thank you for liking my videos, for commenting on the videos. Please do comment, do hit that like button. It's an encouragement to me. Please do subscribe. That is, as always, an encouragement to me just to keep on going. We're up to 181 subscribers now, so yeah, please come along on board, and that encourages me to produce more content and hopefully give you guys more entertainment and more value for your alerts popping up on your screen. Anyway, thank you for joining me this morning, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. And I can't get this streaming button to work on the Stream Deck in OBS either, so I'm not quite sure what's happening there, so I need to play with that. So I'll speak soon, guys.